This is an experimental video because I've revamped my work area and I've built the camera way up on the ceiling pointing down. It doesn't stop Georgia girl from eating the strings when she's hungry. So I'm just going to check over this guitar with the huge gap, and if you look back there you'll see that all the intonators are way up at the top. So the intonators are pushed right up and there's a huge gap, which makes me think that maybe the neck is bent. So let's check the neck. Well, bent. The neck is not the way it should be, should I say. The other thing, this is a Fender Encore, and they've taken off the Encore label, and you can see it used to be there. There's some remnants of it. So that's suspicious. The fact that the neck is so high is suspicious. So maybe somebody's been messing with the truss rod on this. Let's just see. I'm looking at that. I don't even know with my new camera setup. I don't think. No, you can't see anything. But it looks just about right. So I'm guessing then that the only thing wrong with this is that it was badly set up. Right, so let's try the electrics and see what the electrics are like. Something's not right here in Wonderland. The other thing that I noticed too when I was looking at it originally, turn that buzz off, is if you see the switch, where is it, the switch? It's very high. I don't think you can see it, but this switch is much higher than the other switches. That's right down to the body, that's medium and that's high. So we've got electrical problems, which I didn't understand, but I think we got an earthing problem as well, but no sound. So the electric's going to have to come off, and let's do that then. And I'll speed through this. What I've done is I moved my bench all closer to where this is in the same place. Made my bench closer to the window because I no longer have a tripod as I put the camera up high, which means I've got access to all my tools here. The strings looked okay, but when I felt them they were all a bit grimy and grotty. So, oh, here's Georgie girl because she heard the strings going. So I'm going to stop talking just to get these off. No, another little suspicious thing I see. The screw's not in properly here, and that screw's not in properly. So somebody's been at this not very successfully. It does say Fender Squire on it, on the back plate. I think I should be able to find a serial number on it, because it making me wonder if it is a Fender Squire. Even though it's got a back plate on it. It looks pretty well made. So I would appreciate people telling me whether they like this up above format. I will use my iPhone. Oh, it does say Fender there, excuse me. Crafted in Indonesia with a serial number. So yes, and there's screws missing here. So it does look like it's been set up, but oh, screws don't have holes beneath them, so somebody's been out here as well. As I say, I would appreciate anybody telling me what they think about this new setup. So that's the wrong back plate or a new back plate where the holes don't match up. Okay, that's fine. If I can find a backplate that does the job, I will. Why do I think this is strange? When I look in there, I can see the pick guard. I'm not used to seeing the pick guard and the pickups. So let me just take off this. Let me look at my... I've taken all the tools away from my workspace. I've taken everything and put it in the storage that I didn't need outside because I'd wasted so much time looking for things and they were sitting right beside me. And that can be a pain, as we all know. My voice is still hoarse. I'm still not ready yet for the big time. I've got pads on the bottom, don't forget, which I need to replace soon. So I must admit there's some curious goings on here. Somebody's been messing with this, and this is not coming out. I'll have to figure that out. See if I can poke it through. I also want to try to keep the place cleaner as I go along, which will mean more editing. So how do you get strings that are gritty but clean? Maybe rust. They may be sitting not played. But they looked clean, but they felt really like sandpaper when I... Now, possible I could have cleaned them. But, ow, Georgie girl. No, Georgie girl, stop it. Ow! Now you caught me there. Ouch. Stop being rough. She got my hand. Right, I'm going to go electric and release these screws. I'm going to go a little bit smaller screwdriver head. Smaller. Yeah, that's better. Not coming out. There's mysteries about this guitar. That's not coming out either. Those things are not coming out because they're already loose. Almost like they were too big. I think somebody's been playing with this guitar because I don't like what I see. All right. No, I knew. Oh, look, all the electrics are up the creek. There's nothing there working in the electrics. Let me move this up so you can see it better. And somebody's been playing inside and taken away all the wood and tried to... There's... Right, okay. It's not the end of the world, but there's an awful lot of tape everywhere. Yeah. The wiring is completely up the creek. None of the switches are wired. That switch is different. That switch is... So it's going to start like starting from the beginning again. Right, okay. They've used tin foil for shielding. But why did they use shielding in the first place? Did they have a noise problem? Okay, well, what's going to happen is I'm going to take this away. I'm going to take the earth wire away from there. So I have that separate. As you can see, there's a different type of switch there, and these are 250s or 500s. I can't see with these glasses. Let me just see. I'll get my other glasses. I have Georgia girl, you won't know, so I'm pretending you know what a potentiometer is. I think those are the original ones. Actually, don't say. Oh, 250K, 500K, 250K, and this one's a different one. All right, I'm gonna have a look at that and see. And this wiring has all been, oh God, what a mess. Even the switch is all wired. Right, okay. I think I'll start from scratch there. Switch is loose. Right, I think I'll start from scratch. They've got strangest little thing here. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this with the focusing? Let me just see if I can get it in focus. It's clever. It's clever because I've never seen the like of it before. Look, they've got a little diode on it. And they've got another diode above the diode. I don't know what they were trying to do there with two diodes across. But it obviously didn't work. Because you've never seen that before, what they were trying to do. Am I trying to get in focus? Right. See? And the soldering's awful. Diodes. That's on the master volume. Why did they need those diodes? Right, okay, well, and you can see the soldering there has been redone again, and all this wire's been taped up. So I hope the pickups are working. Yeah, alright, well, that's a bit of a surprise. Right, okay. On the other aspect of it, these holes are all far too big. So whoever did it, put this, has obviously used bigger holes, screwdriver holes. Sorry, they've used bigger screws. They've cut a chunk out of there as well. I wonder what they were trying to think of doing. Right, okay. What is this? What's this here? Oh, they've got an earth. Oh, I see, right, okay. This tape must be electrically conductive tape, which I'm going to test now. I think I'm just going to put this up at this stage, just to let people give me comments on the thing, on the video. But that's supposed to be electrically conductive tape, and it's not. Is that supposed to be paint? The black stuff is supposed to be. It's not. That's not. Oh, I know what that is. That's not tinfoil. That's cigarette paper. That's cigarette paper. You can see with the grooves and lines in it. And this is not conductive, and neither is that black paint. No, nothing. So that's where we are. And then the next video, which I'll put up, I think I'll probably have learned to use this a little bit better and brought this down and brought the camera down a little bit closer to the body. But this is my first day of working at it, so we'll see how does that go that way? That goes that way, right? But that was a little bit of a surprise. Let's see if there's any other surprises that I need to be aware of. Cigarette paper. Those are the wrong screws. So somebody's taken the screws out. Those are woodworking screws. It hasn't been treated with love, this guitar, that's for sure. It's been treated with something, but I'm not sure. But we'll go to the cure next time. Anybody any idea what they were trying to do? Maybe they were trying to put in. So they've taken out the middle bit of wood as well. It's killed the price of this guitar. It really has. You can get it working again fine, but taking off the logo and doing all that work. Yeah, they sanded off the logo. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they sanded it off. What's the noise? Oh, what's that noise? Sounds like the truss rod's loose. So there's that noise means the truss rod's not doing anything. So when you put the strings on, the truss rod will go that way. So the truss rod has to be doing something. You can loosen it right off, but it has to be either touching or touching the bottom, and that is not. And it's not it's not the pegs at the top, they're not loose. So my plan would be to strip all this out, get all this gunk out, take away all this nonsense and get the guitar back to normal. But I can't help thinking maybe I might want to talk the owner into doing something special with it. There's something coming up soon that I'm going to start doing with guitars called the Logan Special. And this might be the perfect little second guitar for it. I'll give you a sneak preview of the first Logan Special. Nobody else gets to see this. Now, are you excited? This is a Logan guitar. This is one of my own specials, painted by a local artist called Logan. And I asked her to do something bright and cheerful. This is a Yamaha. Oh, it's a fancy Yamaha. It's a nice Yamaha with a humbucker and things like that there. And she's done this design, which you can see. And I'm going to get her to do it all up the neck. The back's fairly plain compared to the sound. And once I'm going to put the pickups in and do it. So I wonder, it's not, this is an owl, right? And there are hidden names in it. She's got her a name there, Logan. And I think it's lovely. That's a great stage piece. That's why I got her to put her name on it. I haven't done everything. That's only a very quick preview. But I wonder if the owner of this guitar, bearing in mind what state it's in, would like this guitar to be Loganized. I must ask him. Actually, I'll ask him on this video and he can comment on the video when he sees it. But I'll not touch this guitar until I hear back from him what he wants to do. Because I do think that Logan, who paints these guitars, take a few months to do it properly and all that there, does make some really nice stuff. And I think that it's not going to ruin the price of this guitar, that's for sure. But I think if we... The other guitar, the Loganized guitar, was done in a pale blue. Now I'm pretty sure she could use all those oranges on that. Or maybe we can paint it another color, but maybe just use that because the bodywork is not awful on this. But the bodywork doesn't make it any more valuable because they've killed this guitar. This is about an £80, £90 guitar, and with this, whatever they've done to this, 30, 40 quid. So I'll post this up now. Hope for this guitar if the owner goes for it. So I'm going to put this little video up. This will be part 1, and then we'll come back to part 2. I'm now interested even more. When I got this, I was interested. When I saw all the crap and all the problems, I thought, how do I fix that? Then I thought, right, okay, cigarette paper to a Logan guitar. All right, okay, ciao.